Peter Venaglia here in the paddock at Yonkers Raceway. We're going to take an advanced look at next Tuesday afternoon's races. We have 5 races going at the 1.25 mile distance, 2 with 12-horse fields and 3 with 10-horse fields. And one of the persons we're going to speak to is one of the drivers is Tyler Buter, who's had tremendous success in the Tuesday afternoon races. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let's take a look. The first race we're going to take a look at is race 6. It's a non-winners of $8,000 race, $20,000 claimers, also eligible non-winners of 8 parimutuel. Now, it was interesting. You had your choice of 2 in here. Yep. You had your choice of movement on, with the 8-hole in the race. You've done very well with him recently, won 3 out of 4, but you ended up going with Bastille, who's out in the 12-hole, fourth horse in the second tier. Why did you make that choice?
Bastille just seems like he's a classier horse to me. It was probably my fault he ran last week. Rushed him a little bit in the first turn. He felt a little bit uncomfortable too during the mile. I expect him to be a lot better, and he hasn't been in this easy in a long time. I really expect him to race well, even from the back tier.
Yeah, well, movement didn't exactly do you any favors with the 8-hole and a 12-horse field either.
Yeah, that definitely is a tough spot to overcome.
In race 7, which is a non-winners of $5,000, $12,500 claimer race. I'm sorry, I'm going to get to the right race. You actually went with a horse here who's a veteran here at Yonkers Raceway, Trottin' Troy. He's an 11-year-old. He's obviously had some issues this year, but some gaps on his charted lines. But you did have the opportunity to drive him in a pair of qualifiers. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's qualified very good both times. They've had some really bad luck with this horse. Unfortunately, again, he drew the back tier. He's a horse that likes to be on the gate, but it's going to be tough for me to keep him calm and flat. He just gets very, very hot in the post braid, and he doesn't like following horses going to the gate. So if I can keep him flat, he'll definitely be heard from, but that'll be a task.
So they didn't really help you too much here with the 3rd slot in the 2nd tier.
Right. Yeah, that'll be
tough. In Tuesday's 8th race, which is a non-winners of 4 parimutuel or $40,000 lifetime, you ended up going with a horse who is you had no choice in this one. You went with the Amber Buter trained Markup Hanover, who had a big win this level in his last, but been away 3 weeks. So why was that?
He just didn't get in his last couple weeks, and was very good his last start. Obviously, he did win this class. That was at the distance of a mile. He's raced 1.25 miles a couple times and seemed to do fine in those. So I definitely expect him to race well. Now,
this is a situation now, again, he's in the 8-hole. He's got 2 trailers. How do you think that's going to compromise his chances?
I mean, we'll definitely have to place him forward off the gate, and hopefully we don't have to use him too hard, and hopefully that works out.
In race 9, we have an interesting face here. Culinary Delight in a non-winners of 2 parimutuel at $20,000 lifetime. Returns to Yonkers. He was here a couple of times for some Excelsior races last year, but you had the opportunity to drive him in the Weiss Series over at Pocono. What can you tell us about him?
This horse, like you said, I drove a couple times at Pocono. Over there, it was in pretty tough, and I got a good feel for the horse though, and this class is considerably easier. So it definitely should be a much easier task for him.
And this is one of the rare spots on Tuesday where you actually were able to draw a good post position.
Yeah, we got the rail, so we'll hopefully be able to use it.
Well, again, if you've been here the past number of weeks, you've seen Tyler Buter win a bunch of races, and I suggest you keep him on your tickets next Tuesday afternoon as well. Thanks for joining us.